Good evening, scholars and friends. It's time for tonight's bedtime story. Tonight, I will be reading LuLu for the Win, authored by Kimberly Smith and illustrated by Tyrus Gaucher. LuLu the Ladybug loved to play basketball. It was her favorite sport. She learned to play when she was only 4 years old. Her room was decorated with basketball posters and stickers. She also had a shelf with all of her favorite medals and trophies. LuLu practiced a lot. She came home from school, ate a snack, did her homework, then grabbed her basketball to practice. The Ladybug Basketball League Championship was coming up and LuLu wanted to be ready. She practiced and practiced and practiced. Dad helped. "It's game day, Coach!" LuLu yelled to her dad as she ran down the hallway to the kitchen for breakfast. Mom had her pancake with extra syrup, crispy bacon, and orange juice ready for her. Dad walked in smiling. "You ready?" he asked. LuLu put a huge bite of her pancake in her mouth and nodded. "Slow down, LuLu," Mom said. "The food isn't going to run away." The three of them laughed. "It's time to go, LuLu," Dad said as he packed her sports bag. LuLu drank the last of her orange juice in one big gulp. She gave her mom a kiss. "Good luck," Mom said. "Thanks. See you at the game," LuLu replied and closed the door. When Dad and LuLu arrived at Busybug Park, she looked around to find her team. "There they are, Dad." She ran to them. "Hey," LuLu said excitedly. "Hey, LuLu," the team said. They did their team handshake and quickly began to talk about the game. They were so excited about the game that they didn't notice one of their players was missing. "LuLu, where's Layla?" Dad asked. LuLu and the team looked around for Layla. "I don't know, Dad. She's not here," LuLu answered. "I'll be back," Dad said. The team looked worried and LuLu knew why. Without Layla, they only had 4 players. They needed 5 players to play, but LuLu wasn't worried at all. When Dad returned, LuLu could tell by his face that Layla wasn't going to be there. "I have good news and bad news," Dad began. "The bad news is Layla can't play today. The good news is the team can still play if you want to." LuLu turned to her team. "We can do this. Let's play. Blue whales on 3, she said and put her hand out. Her team looked at each other. "Okay," they all put their hands on hers. 1, 2, 3. "Blue whales," they shouted. LuLu, her dad, and her team walked over to the court to wait on their turn to play. LuLu checked the game board to see which team they might play in the championship game. The Green Giants beat the Purple Tigers in Game 1. Then the Red Dragons beat the Green Giants in Game 2. LuLu and her team were going to play the Red Dragons. Finally, it was time. As LuLu and her team walked out on the court, she found her mom in the crowd and smiled and gave her dad a thumbs up. The game was hard for the Blue Whales, but they never gave up. LuLu and her team were doing their best, but the Red Dragons were winning. The score was 15-14, and there were only 9 seconds left in the game. Dad called a timeout. No matter what happens, I'm proud of all of you, Dad said. When LuLu got the ball, she ran down the court as fast as she could. With 2 seconds left on the clock, she shot the ball. And the Blue Whales won the Ladybug Basketball League Championship. The end. Good night.